You got Marshall right now.
Oh, no,
Shady's
Marshall.
like, this on?
Yeah, it's
Are we
on. Yeah.
Okay. Yo, I'm so excited, man. If I start getting weird, just stop me.
It's all good, man.
Weird is good on this show.
Okay.
Yeah, we get a little weird.
Okay. Yeah, no, I know we met at Kimmel, and I didn't get a chance to we didn't get a chance to talk, you know? I'm such a huge fan.
Thank you.
I can't even
Thank you.
I can't even I feel like a kid right now, man. Like, this is crazy.
I remember I listened to your first album. It was a long time ago. It really didn't go nowhere, but I listened to it, and I heard you talk about cuss.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the first album, I believe it was.
Yeah, man. I've seen like pretty much every documentary, every fight I've seen, like everything that's available. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm humbled right now. I feel like a kid again.
Why did you become who you were?
Why did I become who I was?
Why would you want to do this? You know?
I just loved hip hop growing up as a kid. I just, you know, it was it spoke to me more than any other music I had ever heard before, you know? From early like Ice-T to Fat Boys, and then LL Cool J, Run DMC, Beastie Boys, and it just like, I don't know. It was like, I didn't first I was a fan of the music, you know what I'm saying, before I even thought about rapping. LL Cool J was the one who made me like first start writing rhymes. And I was like 12, 13 maybe. And it sucked. You know, I wasn't good, but like I had to keep practicing. I gave it up for a little while, then I started again back when I was like 15 and started being able to kind of put songs together. And then I just was like, I was never really good at much else, you know? So I don't know. Once I found out I was decent at something, I just kind of focused and just, you know, went for it.
That's interesting, because I remember I was in a juvenile detention center, and we heard we heard Rappers Delight. We said, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah.
How could it be? Because we heard it in the streets in our neighborhood, but we never thought it'd be on the radio.
Yeah.
And it was on the radio. We were like, "What the hell was that?" And we were just all blown away to see that our music was being played on the radio.
Yeah.
You know.
How about the fact that Rappers Delight was like a seven some odd minute song?
Yeah.
And the radio played it. They played it from top to bottom. Like,
it was so popular. It was all off the hook.
Mm-hmm. And then Nucleus jam on it.
Jam on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Dum dum dum. Yeah.
That was like, yeah, I never really like got into rock and roll or R&B or blues or anything like that. I just like, I'd listen to songs on the radio or whatever my mom was listening to in the car, but once hip hop came along, I just felt like, man, this is like, I don't know, I just was all in.
Yeah, hip hop was I just can't even imagine it. It gave you pride.
Yeah.
You know, like us being like the prototype of hip hop. At the beginning of it, it gave us pride to know that our music, people talk the way we talk, was being on television, being on the radio and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gave us a lot of pride back then.
Yeah. And it's also like, it's just such a, if you think about like how hip hop from the start of it.
Well, I was there.
Yeah, and then it just like,
police out in the front of every hip hop club. You got the whole New York police station out in front of the club.
Yeah.
It was just, and if you went to a hip hop club and you were marked, people say, "Oh, yes." Even in your neighborhood, hardcore bebop hip hop, and it's, what the you with those niggas for, Mike? That's what they used to say. What you with them for? Even people in the neighborhood, what you with them niggas for? But those was our people. All the criminals, the thieves, we all listened to hip hop. The money makers and everything, the killers, the robbers, all the street urchins. We all listen to that. That's what we listen to. And as soon as we listen to, we enjoy it. But we surveying everything. We're looking at the people with the jewelry, the coats, the clothes, and looking
Yeah.
nice, and then we're getting ready to get them after the club is over.
Yeah.
And that's just what hip hop was about. All the robbers and thieves would come in there, they enjoy the music, but after it was over, we going to rob.
Yeah.
And that's what hip hop was about.
Yeah. Once Breakin' came out, the movie Breakin', and then Crush Groove and Beat Street, man, it was like
Yeah.
it just put the whole culture of hip hop on the map in a place where you could see with the music. You know what I'm saying? You had the visual, and you had you know, graffiti.
You must say, "This is my way out" when you saw that. When you
I
started
didn't-
getting good. You must say, "This is my way out."
When I started being able to put songs together, and I started like you know, figuring out like, well, I might be almost as good as that rapper. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep going. And then I start, you know, I learned so much. Like I studied
How old were you when that started?
hip hop. The first time I heard anything, my Uncle Ronnie brought over a tape of the Breakin' soundtrack, and it had Reckless on it from Ice-T. Once upon a time, a DJ's task was just to
I
play
don't know
records.
that fucking-
What more could you ask?
I know colors.
Yeah. Colors was hard. Yeah, my Uncle Ronnie started liking rap before I did, and then he kind of introduced me to it. And right around that time, I think, the movie had just come out, and I saw the movie, and I was like, yo, I love it. And it just, I don't know, it just spoke to me in a way that no other music had spoke to me before.
I understand that.